There's a brand new team in charge of the White House, a brand new staff to keep the wheels
President
turning.
Trump wakes up with a busy day ahead.
This is just the beginning of what is going to be a very busy day for Donald Trump.
This president came to this town with a mindset after the election he was going to shake things up. He was going to move at a much more rapid pace and shake the government up.
We're also expecting him to head to the Pentagon.
On his 7th day in office, President Donald Trump headed to the Pentagon. It was time for action.
To depart the White House and head to the Pentagon.
I do think that they wanted to have a flurry of activity at the beginning to demonstrate that Trump is what he said he was. He's not going to wait. He's not going to take his time. He knows what to do, and he's going to fix everything. He's going to set the world right immediately.
Opportunity for him to meet with his Secretary of Defense, James Mattis.
It was the first time the new president had been to the Pentagon.
Not offering up details, but President Trump is expected to begin.
The president is asking the military to use
At Trump's side, his chief strategist, Stephen Bannon.
Trump has told me multiple times that he actually loves to fight. In Bannon, he saw someone who was just like him, someone who loved to fight.
Bannon had engineered a sweeping executive order aimed at fulfilling a campaign promise to restrict Muslims from entering the United States.
That's Steve Bannon's idea, is to just throw everybody else off balance, knock them back before they have a chance to resist.
Until this moment, the order's details had been a well-kept secret in Washington, even among Trump's own team.
They wanted to rush this thing through and get it out there and essentially take a shock and awe approach to changing immigration policy.
Defense Secretary Mattis, he knew very late in the process that this is what was going to be done during this visit.
Bannon didn't want other agencies to have a chance to see what was in this executive order and say, whoa, wait a minute, slow down. This might not be something we want to do.
John Kelly is the new Secretary of Homeland Security, a retired 4-star general. He's on the phone being briefed on a helicopter while they're doing this announcement.
Protection of the nation from foreign terrorist entry into the United States. Big stuff.
The president's first and most important responsibility to the American people is to keep the homeland safe. And so I think that's what the president was shooting for there, is to protect the homeland.
Bannon and the new president had sent a message. Change had come.
That was, in the eyes of Bannon, the way to rupture the establishment. They knew it was going to be disruptive. They wanted the disruption. Bannon sees disruption as power.
A scene of outrage at JFK Airport in New York.
Protests all across the country, a reaction from around the world after the president signed his executive order.
They knew that the protests would come. They knew the media would erupt. It's what they wanted.
Swift reaction from around the country.
Now protests, outrage, and backlash from President.
Sanctuary for all! No man, no woman!
One senior Trump official said the fact that it came out on a Friday afternoon with no warning was no accident, because Bannon knew that people who were opposed to this policy would be enraged, and most of them would have Saturday and Sunday off from work, so they could get out there and they could protest and they could get angry, and TV cameras would come and film these protests. It would be all over the news.
Seattle police actually dispersed some crowds with pepper spray.
And it would send the message to Trump's voters that Trump was keeping the promises that he made on the campaign trail.
6 more were arrested in Charlotte.
It had been a Steve Bannon production.
Bannon thinks that this is great. We're killing it. We're winning. We're doing everything that we said we would. We are beating down the establishment and the liberals into submission. We are literally making America great again.
This American carnage stops right here and stops right now. From this